playing outdoor and found a fascinating caterpillar. He picked it up and decided to take it home and take good care of it. And he did. He got a jar, put in leaves into it. He even put a stick so that the caterpillar could climb on it. Days passed by and he saw a cocoon. Few more days later, he saw there was a small hole and a butterfly was trying to emerge out of it. At first, he was excited, but later he became concerned. The butterfly was struggling so hard to come out of the cocoon, but was not able to. It was just not able to break free. The boy decided to help. He got a scissor and cut the cocoon so that the butterfly could come out with ease. And it did. But unfortunately for the boy, the butterfly that came out had a small body, unformed wings, and soon died. The butterfly needed the struggle to come out of the cocoon so that it could spread its wings and fly. By trying the shortcut process, the boy had instead doomed the creature. Has it ever happened to you that you relaxed on for years together without doing the slightest of work and everything came to you? Has there ever been a man who did nothing and lived happily forever? A very good evening to one and all present here. The topic I'm going to speak upon is something that I firmly believe in, because many a times I've experienced that when I had expected somebody else's help and considering that for some reason they were not able to help me, I would have no other option but to do it myself. And then I realized that I could actually do it myself. Self-help is the best help. In fact, it's the root of all success in this world. Self-help is about doing our work ourselves. It's basically relying on ourselves wherever possible and avoiding any sort of unnecessary dependence on others. It's an admirable quality. Those people who depend on others lack self-confidence. Hence, it's right to say that those people who are independent have no self-confidence. There's a real pleasure in doing our work ourselves. It gives us a sense of achievement and satisfaction. No doubt, it's not possible for a person to be completely independent. We all have to depend on others at one point of time or the other. But we need to reduce the dependency to least. In fact, we need to take others' help with an intention of learning from them, so that next time we can do that same work ourselves without others' help. By helping ourselves, we're reaching our goal on our own accord. So, in future, we're better equipped to face any kind of problems that might arise. Moreover, we're using our own ways rather than somebody else's ways out. This kind of aligns with the saying, give a man a fish and he will survive for a day. Teach a man how to fish and he will survive for a lifetime. If a person learns how to help himself and learns how to fish, that would help him on a longer basis than somebody helping him the day he needs food. No external help can be better than our own help. A person needs to try again and again and try to reach his goal. His perseverance, his dedication will lead him to his goal today or tomorrow, and that is possible only by the spirit of self-help. Most of us do not realize our true worth. But for once, if we just stand by ourselves and try to do our work ourselves and realize that it's actually possible, we can do things without others' help. Impossible is just a word in an idle man's dictionary. All of us should develop this habit of self-help. We lose our independence by calling somebody else to help us with our work. Moreover, they might help us once or twice, but at one point of time, they might criticize us, saying that we're just too dependent on them. Self-help gives us enormous courage to face any kind of difficulty that might arise. There's another saying, God helps those who help themselves. This saying is indeed true. God has given us physical strength and intelligence enough for us to have a good life. We need to use these two qualities efficiently so that we can live our life well and at the same time do our work ourselves. Unless we take an initiative, even God cannot help us. Here's an example. There was once a rich merchant who was sailing from one city to another with a lot of gold and precious gems. On the way, there was a huge storm. All the people on the ship began to panic. But after some time, the storm stopped. But there was a small hole in the ship and water started seeping in. All the people began to leave. Some used the lifeboat, few others swam ashore, and there were few others who decided to stay on board to stay afloat. It was just this merchant who stayed back on the ship and began to pray to God. He said, God, please help me. I promise I'll offer you a lot of gold. Please help me. A man came to him and said, stop praying to God. Why don't you just jump and swim ashore? Don't you know God helps those who help themselves? But the merchant did not listen. He stayed back on the ship, and after some time, the ship began to drown and took the merchant along with it. That is the importance of self-help. Childhood is the right stage to inculcate the habit of self-help. Children should be taught to manage their own things and to work independently. Providing too much support and always being at their back can spoil them for life. Swami Vivekananda once said, give me 10 men who believe in themselves and I can revolutionize the entire world. That is the power of self-reliant men. They are the true pillars of a nation and can lead a nation forward. All of us are born with great potential. We need to put it to use and utilize all our potential well. Self-reliance is just that. It's about utilizing our potential in the best possible way. When we learn to do our own work, we learn to even survive in a situation where there is nobody else to help us. Therefore, self-help is about exploiting our capabilities and is truly the key to success. Thank you so much.